Will they really lock me up if I don't show up? Hey y'all, welcome back to your girl's channel. It's Niahshontae and I am back with another video. Today's video is going to be a military related video. I know y'all been missing my military related videos. With that being said, I have two disclaimers. One, my opinions and views are not that of the Air Force, the military. They are my own. And two, so I know y'all love the military videos, and I just want to let you guys know that I have other content outside of that. Not that it has to be your cup of tea, but as far as the quantity of military related videos, like, I plan to continue to produce that content, and I love to produce military content. However, you know, there's just another side of me. Like, that's not the only thing that I have going on in my life. So I just want to let y'all know, do what you will with that information. And, you know, possibly check out my other content if it interests you. Okay. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video. First of all, if you are new here, my name is Naya. I am in the Air Force. I am an A1C and I am stationed in Japan. Now, I have been in the military for 2 freaking years. Like, that is so crazy to me because I've never had a job longer than a year, and I've never also worked a full-time job because I refused to, since I knew that I wanted to join the military. That was just kind of like some girl math going on. Like, I'm like, why would I work a full-time job as a civilian when I'm going to sign a 4-year contract to work? And yeah, so I didn't do it. So, you know, it has been definitely a roller coaster of a ride in this military thing. So I am in the maintenance field. I never would have ever okay, imagined that I would be doing what I do. Now, and I would never have chosen that for myself. And if you don't know how the military works as far as like choosing your job, it depends per recruiter, but 9 times out of 10 it's kind of like a draft of you select 10 jobs that you want and or qualify for, and you get one of the 10 at random. Now, there are times where you can like say that you want this job and there's an opening and you can just wait for the opening. It just really kind of depends. And that was kind of sort of a part of my process as well. There was another job that I was supposed to have, and I kept waiting for it and I kept waiting for it, and then time after time when the jobs got released, I saw that there was no openings for it. So I was like, you know what, put my list up, like, just go ahead and I'm gonna get one of the ones. And I prayed about it, and God said, okay, here you go. And I said, okay, thank you. Speaking of, like, you know, my process, I have a MEPS video. If you haven't watched any of my other military related content, I have a MEPS video, I have a BMT video, I have a BMT PACKLIST video, I have an updated BMT PACKLIST video, I have a TECHSCHOOL video, and yeah, that's what I got going on right now. But so check those out. They will be in the link below. But yeah, so never imagined I'd be doing what I do, but I will say that I believe that I am blessed. And I'm like, you know, you have to look at the glass half full. I'm like, I would have never met some of the people and never had some of the experiences that I have and been stationed abroad. You know, like, I mean, maybe I could have, but that also might not have been my path had I did something that I think that I wanted, because to every job there are pros and cons of the jobs. So there's nothing that's going to be that is just you need to do everything smooth sailing all the time. It's never going to be like that anyway, regardless of what job that I got, if I really wanted it or if I really didn't want it. So these are the cards I was dealt, but I'm blessed. I feel like I am definitely more fortunate than some other people, you know, out there that have jobs that I'm like, I couldn't even imagine me doing that, even though I didn't imagine myself doing this. But there's always somebody that has it worse. That's my whole thing. Not my ear. Where is the back at? Did y'all see the back fall to my earring? So in my year of being in the military, I definitely have enjoyed myself, especially living overseas. I'm trying to take advantage of being able to travel to other countries. I definitely recommend you're joining the military. They do give you a passport when you like TDY and deploy and stuff like that, like a government issued passport, or maybe you can get I'm not really sure how that works fully because I already had a passport prior to joining. But join the military and get you a passport. There are so many people that are stationed where I'm at in Japan, and they can only go to places in Japan because they do not have a passport. And I'm like, you are living outside of the country. You are so close to so many other things. Like, go see it. Like, and some of them are just short trips. So it's just like, you have the money. Like, you're not, like, personally, I'm in a position to where, like, I have a stable income. I'm getting a check on the 1st and the 15th. Every 1st and the 15th on time, sometimes before time. And, you know, like, I'm good. Like, my cost of living here is low, thankfully, compared to the States. Like, it's real nice. But anyway, my point is, get your passport, travel. I'm trying to take advantage. I have trips planned, and I'm only going to be here for a certain amount of time. Like, will I come back to Japan? I probably could. I probably would one day, but when that will happen, I don't know. So I'm really just trying to enjoy everything around me and all the experiences and things that Japan has to offer. But also, back to what I was talking about, kind of like financial aspect of it. The cost of living, that's what I was talking about. The cost of living is low here, and I'm also trying to take advantage of that and stack my money. You know, there's a lot of resources that the military provides to, like, you know, make sure like you're financially on track, or you know, you have to take that step to find the information. It's definitely out there though. If you are, you know, you have no idea where to start. You know, I live in the dorm, so I don't pay rent or anything like that. I just pay for my car payment, which is $180, my Wi-Fi, which is like $75, and my phone bill. I don't know how much my phone bill is, sorry. All these things are like automatically taken out my account, besides my car payment. And then it's like, there's no really like insurance. Like, there is, but it's like a lump sum pay for maybe, let's say, the year or something like that. It's like you pay it, I don't even know. I don't remember the last time I paid insurance. It's like a lump sum pay. But stacking my money, because I'm not going to be here forever, and I'm going to have to go back to the States. And when I do, I don't want to be broke, okay? Even though I will have a job, but like, it's not going to be the same. And speaking of paychecks and stuff like that, a lot of people, they're like, how much money do you make? They don't ask me that, but I think that a lot of people assume that military people make a lot of money. Now, when you get higher up in rank, then you really start touching some money. But, you know, lower ranking and enlisted, let me just say enlisted, lower ranking people do not make that much money. Officer side, okay, that's a different story. But to combat that, it's a lot of things that we don't have to pay for, or we get discounted. Like I said, I just told you my bills. Like, everything outside of that is like my own. So if I have any credit card, like, you know what I'm saying, everything outside of what those 3 bills that I told you is completely unrelated to like my living. Like, I don't have, those are not things that are mandatory for me to pay. Like, it's because I acquired it myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. So everybody has a base pay. Everybody's paycheck is not the same. Like, you can Google how much we make because it's a government job. Like, just Google. Oh, she said she was A1C. How much do A1Cs in Air Force make? You can Google that. Now, that is not necessarily how much money is in my checks every month, because there's so many factors that depend on how much you get paid. It could be ranging from like where you're stationed, how long you've been enlisted for at that certain rank, do you have kids. Different bases have different amounts of money they provide for like BAH, which is housing, money for housing. Some people get BAH if you live off base. Your rent is basically paid for. Some people get groceries. Well, you get BAS, which is money for groceries and food and whatnot. Now I'm by myself, I get X amount of money. Now I'm not sitting here finna go into details about my paycheck and how much I make and what's in my, you know what I'm saying, I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to talk about my experience. But you know, I get X amount of money for food, right? I'm single, I don't have any kids, I don't have any dependents, you know, it's just me. That's cool. The amount of money I get for it is great. Now the same amount of money is for everybody. So there's a family of 5, they get that same amount of money. Now that does relieve half of, I assume, of what it takes to feed a family of 5, but they still got, you know what I'm saying, it's not, it just really depends. It really depends on your personal situation. Also, like, the resources that I've been taking advantage of while being in the military that I think are really cool is TSP, which is called the Thrift Savings Program. If you are a government employee, I think in general you can use this. It's like a 401k, but the government matches 5% of it, up to 5%, I believe. And you know what I'm saying, don't tell me that I'm wrong in the comments. Just do your own research, okay? I'm just going off of what I think I remember, because you know, and if you go to BMT and tech school, they talk about this all the time anyway. But yeah, and I've definitely been investing my money into that, into myself, pretty much. It's very much low risk. So, you know, there are resources, again, out there to help you figure out what you're investing in, what to put your money into. And, you know, every time I get a promotion, I kind of like up my percentage, because if I never had it, I can't miss it. So yeah, it's not doing me any harm in trying to secure my future, okay? Especially some people don't know how long they're staying in the military for. I'm one of those. I don't like being asked if I'm getting out, if I'm realistic, if I'm staying in, because a lot of people in the military, like, even if we only have 1 year left, we don't know. Like, okay, and I'm not gonna say 1 year left, because you kind of have to make a decision before that, but we don't know. Like, we don't know. It's so many, life changes all the time. We don't know. Don't ask, for real, like, unless you just, like, you know, I don't know. It's just, that's like when you graduate college and they're like, so what now? You like, dang, like, I just graduated. Like, wait a second. Yeah, like I was saying, I don't have to pay rent because I live in dorms. Living in dorms is not terrible, but like, as a grown person, like, I prefer to live by myself. It could be an option potentially in the future for me. Maybe not here. I don't think I will move off base here, not because I don't want to, but like, my time here is limited, and it's just kind of like, do I want to move off base at the last minute? I don't. The answer is no. The answer is no, I don't. Wherever I go next, I'm definitely looking forward to living off base. And other bases are different. Some people stay there for 6 months and then they move off base. But yeah. What else? Like I said, I'm an A1C. I am soon to promote to senior airman. So woo woo, I get a little extra money in my paycheck. Look forward to that. That's my favorite part of a promotion. Responsibilities aside, that's what motivates me to want to promote. And I have a little secret for y'all. I'm up for BTZ, which is Airmen Below the Zone. So like, you can, if you have done like a lot of good things, your time at your base, and you're like, you know, showing improvement and progress and whatnot, work wise, outside of work, they put you up a package to be like, okay, these are people who've been doing good, let's, you know, promote them 6 months ahead. I'm up for BTC. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't know when I'm even gonna find that information out. There's a lot more in the process that I still have to do, but you guys cross your fingers, say a prayer for me. We'll see if I get it. I don't know when you guys are gonna see this video and if I would have already gotten it or not gotten it. I don't know. Either way, I'm still gonna get the rank. So, but you know, that would be nice. Because I have also been a student while having a full-time job and trying to make time for myself and my friends, and that's been like my biggest struggle, because that's also why I haven't been posting like on YouTube and stuff, because your girl just like, I could not fit YouTube in. Like, I could not fit YouTube in my schedule. I go to work and I have like 24-hour ops, so we work 24 hours. Like, I don't necessarily work 24 hours, but my job is continuing 24 hours. It's not 9 to 5 close and then open back up 9 to 5 or 7 to 3. That's really our schedule. Nobody ever, I don't think, oh well shit, I work 9 to 5 but a lot of people in the military work 7 to 3. So yeah, that has been my biggest struggle, because on top of work, like after work, I just be tired, and then imagine having to come home, do homework, and or go to class, or before you go to work you go to class, because it just really depends on my schedule at the time, and then like, you know, making time for yourself, and like having to do laundry, and then hanging out with your friends and showing up for other people at their events and going to this and doing that. Like, currently I'm taking a break from school. I'll be back the next semester, but child, it's no joke. Like, it is not a joke. If you go to the military because you don't want to go to school, don't do that. Just don't have that mindset like you're never gonna have to learn again. Like, you might not have to go to school, but there is a lot of CBTs and like different trainings that is always having to be due. Like every like, it's always something to be done regarding your job, but it's the same thing. BMT, tech school, like we were always studying, we were always having to take tests, and like, child, I'm just telling you. But the good news about all that is, I am like 1 class away. I was gonna be like this much, but I'm 1 class away from getting my CCAF, which is Community College of the Air Force degree. It is an associate's degree in my job. Don't really care about the degree in my job, because like outside of the military I would never like go to the civilian world and do my job. I guess if shit got real tough and this was my last and only option, I would, and I would have that to fall back on, but I don't want to. God, if you love me, please don't ever let me do that. Ever let me do that. But I am 1 class away from getting my CCAF in my job, and classes that because you have to go to school to get that. Like, you have credits and stuff from BMT and tech school that count towards it, and like your upgrade training that count towards this degree. So you only have to go to classes for, you know, whatever. But I went to college prior to being in the military, so I had some of those, and so then I had to like do some classes, and I was like, I might as well get it. And the classes that I took are for a degree that I want outside of the military. They correlate with a separate degree, but they also, you know, counted towards my CCAF. So it was like, you know, killing a bird with 2 stones. Oh my god, like, it just really slipped out. I don't know what is the saying. Killing 1 bird with 2 stones. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, I think it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I think that's what I'm doing. But yeah, it's paying off, and you know, you gotta work hard for what you want and just, you know, be consistent. So all those other people out there going to school in general, if you are in school, if you're working hard for something, a goal, continue, keep pushing. You know, everybody needs their flowers and a pat on the back. Like, even if you think you don't, you do. And I'm here to give it to you. I've like really had fun here. I've really enjoyed living in Japan. Once you live outside of the US and you're like, it's just like your mind, I was already open-minded, but like I low key, like kind of middle high key don't want to live in the United States again as a US citizen. Saying that sounds crazy, but it's just so much more to life, and like living is so peaceful and calm, and just like, don't get me wrong, like Japan has their own things going on, like everything's not perfect, but Japan is a great place to live. Like if I had, I can't really speak for like another country. I would like want to go like test trial other countries out, but if I would come live here, like just get an apartment, get a job, and come live here. I definitely would. Like it is just so, it's so nice living outside the United States. Like their morals, like it reflects in their community. Like I can't, you have to like do your own research, but it is different in a good way. Some people don't like it, but me and all my friends, we talk about like having to go back to the States. Like even everybody at my job were like, ugh, like ew, I don't want to go back. Like when I did go back to visit last October, as soon as I touched down in that Atlanta airport, keep in mind I'm from Georgia. I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina, but I'm from Georgia, Savannah, Georgia. When I touched down in that Atlanta airport, I was like, oh, okay, like everybody in Japan is so sweet. Like don't get me wrong, there are those people that give you like the, but it's not all the time. Japan people are so sweet. They're like, thank you so much, oh here you go, they'll help you find things. Like their customer service is out of this world. If they have a job, whether it is picking up the trash or fucking being a manager of a store, they're gonna be their best at it, and they're gonna take it, they take pride in like everything that they do. And somebody doesn't need to be watching them for them to do the right thing like all the time. And you know, like it's just so different. Like I encourage you to travel, if nothing else, okay? If you don't see yourself living outside the United States, definitely travel. Yeah, I love my little community that I have here. My all my coworkers, we're really close knit, and that's not really the case for a lot of people. In their jobs, they just go to work and then go home, but like we are close. Like I damn near hang out with them every weekend. Not like hang out, but like I see them every weekend. And keep in mind, I see them every day during the week, but I also see them every weekend. And you know, they get on my nerves. They're like siblings. But I think I've said this in one of my life updates videos. But yeah, I'm really blessed and fortunate, just, you know, to have placed here at this time with meeting the people that I met. Definitely had a good experience so far. I have some years left on my contract, and you know, it's just like, wow, this whole thing flew by so fast. But I am embracing and enjoying every moment. I have a vlog that will eventually come out that, you know, my mom, she came to visit me in Tokyo, and we had so much fun, and she got to see just like how it is to be in Japan. And she's traveled you know, to other countries before, and she's also actually lived in Germany. She grew up in Germany because my granddad was in the Air Force. So she has like had that abroad living experience, but it's not the same as like an adult, obviously. But you know, I just got to kind of like show her my world. It's not all the time that I get to do that, especially since living so far away from all my family. But it was, I really enjoyed it, and she really enjoyed herself. That was fun. Yeah, you know, everybody joins for their own reasons, and I'm really happy that I did. And I'm glad that I am 2 years freaking down, you know what I'm saying? I signed up 4 years, so 2 years down, 2 more to go. We gonna see what else happens after that. I don't know, don't ask me. And you know, just to be completely transparent, there are days that I do not want to go to work. Like, I don't want y'all to think that everything's just like sunshines and rainbows. To be completely 100% transparent, there are days that I do not want to go to work. There are days it's like, man, like, will they really lock me up if I don't show up? Or is that like fake? like definitely have those days. There are days where my coworkers get on my absolute nerves and I really would like to beat them up. Like, no joke. I'm just, let's drop it and let's go. You know, don't get me wrong, but gotta look at the glass half full, and I'm thankful to be here. I really am. I think that's all of my talking points for the most part. Unless you guys have some other questions, I can do a part 2, or I can include some of your questions in an, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? We'll figure it out. But like, comment, share. I will see you guys in another video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.
I was gonna go in and do it. It's all right here. I think this is so